She is quite creative with many things. Engineer Hilary Onek is helping the nation with managing disaster and relief. He comes from the place in this country where they don't understand being short. They are quite close to God up there in the north of the country. Next to engineer is the dean from our national university, Professor Dr. Engineer Dorothy Okello is the dean. I met her this morning and I thought she was from Ghana. She said she is the dean at Makerere, and I quote what I said. I said, oh, I didn't know they had good people there. Prof, it's good to see you. Also up here, we do have some very important people, and I don't want to embarrass myself. We have the president of the WFEO alongside here. Stand up for recognition. And we also have my sister out there. She is a president. I like females leading. And as many of you already know, when I see enough females at the top here, the speaker knows why that is important to me, because I am a father of girls, no apologies, and a vasectomy in that order. She's the president of the FAEO, and we are happy to see you. So we are beginning, but before we begin, with your permission, Right Honorable Speaker, I've been telling the audience of engineers here the beauty of this nation. Uganda is very, very beautiful, to the extent that those of you who came here unmarried, please go to the speaker's office. She will preach to you about Uganda in a very special way. There's a gentleman who stole beauty from Uganda and composed it in a song. And I would like you to listen to this description of Uganda in a song just before we begin. Here we go. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. Well, I think to myself, what a wonderful country. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, well, the dark, sacred night. Well, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of our rainbows, so pretty in our skies, also on the faces of Ugandans going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Well, I hear babies crying, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. Well, I think to myself, what a wonderful laughing to myself, what a wonderful Uganda. Oh yeah. Without much further ado, I'd like to hand over to the session chair. Engineer, I think you are also a very good man.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, represented by the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Among, we are really privileged to have you here amongst the engineers of Africa and the world. The host Minister of Works, General Edward Katomo Wamala, thank you very much for this great occasion. The Minister of Science, Technology, and Innovations, Dr. Monica Mosenero, great that we have this innovative moment for Africa. Thank you very much. Local and foreign cabinet ministers. Before that, maybe I'd omitted, I want to welcome our dear speakers from the Republic of Kenya and also from the East African community. You are most welcome to this prestigious occasion. Local and foreign cabinet ministers present, ambassadors of the diplomatic corps, Assistant Director General of UNESCO present with us, development and bilateral partners, Permanent Secretary of the Host Ministry of Works and Transport, Engineer-in-Chief, Minister of Works and Transport present, President of the World Federation of Engineering Organization, President of the Federation of African Engineering Organization, Chairman and Board of Uganda Engineers Registration Board, the President and leadership of Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers, distinguished delegates, engineers, scientists, researchers, all present, business leaders, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Uganda is privileged, I think for the first time, to host such a prestigious gathering of all engineers from our continent and the globe. In this conference, Right Honorable Speaker, we have Ugandan delegation composed of 732 members. South Africa with 74 members present. Ghana with 39 members present. Kenya with 19 members present. Nigeria with 18 members. Zimbabwe with 12 members. Rwanda with 9 members. Zambia with 9 members. Egypt with 6 members. Ethiopia with 5 members. United Kingdom with 4 members. Democratic Republic of Congo with 3 members. France with 2 members. Tanzania, United Republic of Tanzania with 2 members. Somalia with 2 members. Australia with 1 representative. So is China with 1 representative, Germany with 1, Italy with 1, Ivory Coast with 1, Niger with 1, Russian Federation with 1, Sudan with 1, and United States of America with 2. You are all most welcome delegates to our beautiful country, Uganda. We thank you very much for really attending this prestigious occasion. Unfortunately, the Right Honorable Prime Minister has limited time because of our busy schedule. We shall be very brief in our speeches, and I want to give this opportunity to my co-chair, Professor Dr. Dorothy Okero, to continue recognizing the other groups that have attended today's great occasion. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Session Chair. I'll proceed with recognizing from the professional associations, starting with our own Engineers Registration Board and the past chairs. You can quickly stand up, but I'll continue reading. Then we have the Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers Council and the past presidents here present. We have the UIPE branches and our representatives from the branch chapters. We have country representatives from a number of countries here present. You're welcome to stand as I quickly go through the list in the interest of time. We also have the Regional East Africa Federation of Engineering Organizations and the other regions represented. We have the delegation from the Federation of African Engineering Organizations and the president here front before us. We have Phil, again recognizing here present, as well as the chair for the Africa Engineering Week and our committee. You're most welcome. We have long-standing partners that have worked with us on this journey of engineering, not only in Uganda, in Africa and the world, including UNESCO, here represented, the Academies of Sciences and the Academies of Engineering here present. Our sister professional bodies are related to these as well. We have long-standing partners that have stood by us in the field of engineering, including the Royal Academy of Engineering, UK, we have GIZ, we have the European Union, among others. We have also a long list of sponsors that have supported us in particular for this event, and really I'd like to acknowledge, starting with the host ministry, thank you for being the home of engineering in Uganda, the Ministry of Works and Transport. We are very grateful. We are also very grateful for our strategic partner who has done a lot for the field of engineering, represented by the Minister for the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat and the Office of the President. You're very welcome. We have ESCOM South Africa. We have the Royal Academy of Engineering, UK. We have the National Enterprise Corporation, the UPDF. I am also very grateful. They were very supportive, even from the time I was president over 10 years ago, and I'm happy to see you still going strong. We have also the National Water and Storage Corporation. We have GIZ. We have the Zambezi River Authority. We have Uganda Revenue Authority. Thank you for standing with us. We have the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industries and Fisheries. Given the backbone of agriculture to this country, we are really very grateful to have this. Energy is equally critical. We have among our sponsors the Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited, as well as Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited. We have our colleagues in the profession, sister bodies, the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda. We have industry that's a big partner in engineering education, including representatives from Pepsi, Sandbolt, and many others that I will not list in the interest of time. Thank you all. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Dorothy, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament. I'm sorry for those slip of tongues because I sit in the office where the Prime Minister is my chair and I make mistakes. So really, my apologies because I didn't mean to reduce that. Your position is quite high, Right Honorable Speaker. Let me give this opportunity because the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament would like to have this shortened so that she is able to get back to chair Parliament. For that matter, I would wish that the remarks would be brief from every member that will be called upon. I want to call Dr. Engineer Martin Munuhwa, Chairman, Federation of African Engineering Organizations, Steering Committee, Africa, to make his few remarks.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Ministers here present, President World Federation of Engineering Organizations, President FAEO, President UIEPE, past presidents, your council, delegates, professional engineers, our colleagues, and members of policy and government seats. I am here very briefly to give the context of the Africa Engineering Week, which humbly started in South Africa at the University of Johannesburg in 2014. The vision that UNESCO, FAO, and other players had was that we need to build the capacity for Africa to own and grow capacity in engineering, both in quality and quantity, and also urge our young engineers to take up STEM so that they become future engineering. Right Honorable, we are still consumers of technology from the first world. The aim of this week is for us to harness our young and professional engineers and all our governments to put up a force or a cadre of engineering indigenous systems that will solve the problems of Africa by Africans with our partners. I should be happy, Your Right Honorable, to inform you that the FAO now is growing stronger and stronger, supported by the World Federation, and we have introduced as part of this program the Engineering Capacity Building Program for Africa, where China, and we have the chairman here, Professor Gonke, and team, is assisting our engineers and local engineers to train engineers in artificial intelligence and new technologies, plus the solutions that Africa requires. With this, a few remarks, Honorable Ministers, Right Honorable Chief, the Speakers of Parliament, the future belongs to Africa. We have over 60% of our youth who are now under 25 and growing. And these are the future leaders of science and technology. So the next 10 years, the next 100 years belong to Africa. We would appeal for the support of corporates, support of governments, and I think through the organizing committee, the support that we've received from His Excellency and Cabinet of the Republic of Uganda, and we ask all the other African governments and our international partners to emulate. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Martin Munuhwa. With those few background to the historical context of African Engineering Week, our Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, representing our President, I would like to give this opportunity to you, Madam, so that you can officiate and open up this conference. The rest of the speeches can follow after your opening. Right Honorable Speaker, you are most welcome, Right Honorable, to open up the conference.
In the spirit of the East African community, I want to first request my visiting speakers to come and greet our delegates. Please.
Right Honorable Speaker of Uganda, Right Honorable Speaker of Kenya, Your Excellencies, Ministers, distinguished guests, good morning. My name is Joseph. I'm the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly. As everyone knows, we are 8 countries now: Somalia, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, DRC, Burundi, Rwanda, and South Sudan. This big conference is making East Africa proud. I beg that next time we should find this kind of big event in Juba, South Sudan. We need you in Dar es Salaam. We need something like this in Bujumbura, Kigali, Kinshasa. We need you everywhere in South Africa. We have to get our young people together. They are our future. Engineering is the future of our East African community. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here on the invitation of my sister, Annette Anita Among, the Speaker of Uganda. As you've been told, my name is Moses Masika Wetangula. I'm the Speaker of the National Assembly of Kenya, a lawyer by training, a politician in practice. I have been in Parliament from 1992. Over the period, I've been the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kenya. I've been a senator for 10 years in Kenya, and I'm now the Speaker of the National Assembly of Kenya. I also double as the President of the Bureau of Speakers of the East African Community, and that is the reason why I'm here for consultation with one of my key members, my dear sister Annette. In my family, I have 2 engineers, my daughter and my son. They are civil engineers, and they very passionately talk about engineering, sometimes making me feel that in my next world, I should be an engineer. As you congregate here, I want just to encourage you, as our engineers, our continent, the richest continent in the world, with the poorest people in the world, we must engage and embrace research, development, and engineering to transform our continent. And we rest this on your shoulders, on your brains, on your industry, and your capacity. I look forward to subsequently hearing what you come up with from here. Africa is a continent ready for takeoff, and Africa will take off with Africans in the pilot seat. And those are yourselves as the engineers who will turn resources like this biggest freshwater lake in the world into a resource that can change lives in Africa. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother Joseph and Weta. The visiting speakers, the Speaker of EALA and the Speaker of Kenya, the Minister of Works and Transport, General Katumba Wamala, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Musenero Monica, the Permanent Secretary of Works Transport, Mr. Bagaya Waiswa, the Engineering Chief, Engineer Kitonsa Stephen, the Assistant Director of Natural Sciences, UNESCO, Dr. Lydia Brito, the President of the World Federation Engineering Organizations, Engineer Mustafa Shehu, the President of Federation of African Engineering Organizations, that is Engineer Rafael, the Chairpersons of Engineers Registration Board, Professor Henry Alinaitre, the President of Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers, Engineer Bosco Lepi, the Chairperson of the Steering Committee, and that is Engineer Martin, the Chairperson of the Organizing Committee, Dr. Engineer Kalibala, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anita Among Anet. By the grace of God, I am the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda. I aimed my brother when he said he has been in Parliament for so many years. I have only been in Parliament for the last 9 years. I have been in Parliament for the last 9 years. I am a lawyer by profession and an accountant. I belong to the family of engineers. My closest neighbor, who happens to be my husband, is an engineer. I want to welcome all of you to the 11th UNESCO Africa Engineering Week and 9th African Engineering Conference. For those who are coming to Uganda for the first time, I want to welcome you to the Pearl of Africa, a place unlike any other. This is a place you'll always love to be in, that when you go back, you should always remember Uganda. This is the best place to be in the whole world. When I heard my brother, the MC, sing about Uganda, I felt, yes, that is a patriot. You love your country and speak about your country. I am here to represent the Fountain of Honor, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is unable to be with us today due to other competing commitments. When I received the President's letter delegating me to deliver this address, I did not hesitate because I recognize the critical role engineers play in this world and in this country. They play a role in human development and advancement. I went through the exhibition this morning, and I was very amazed with what I saw. And Dr. Musenero, I have been hesitant when a budget comes to the House, but from today onwards, you have our unwavering support. The theme of today is leveraging engineering innovations and technology to accelerate Africa's socio-economic transformation. This is absolutely appropriate from what you heard from my Right Honorable Wetangula. We need innovations, technology in this country, in this world, for us to be a better world. While every human being has a historical role to transform the world, engineers are at a better pedestal because they are actually creators. When I saw what those young kids have created, I admired. I said, I wish I did engineering, a little bit of engineering. But it is never too late. I can do it. We will do it together with the Honorable Weta. The history of human advancement is the history of innovation that we should all believe in and advance to it. Africa stands to benefit from the deliberations of this nature because engineering and innovation are vital preconditions for the continent's development. As a nation, the President has been at the forefront of championing the prioritization of science, technology, and innovation through ensuring that we have legal frameworks that help science and technology. And as I said before, you have our unwavering support as Parliament of Uganda. And I am glad the minister, or our Minister of Science and Technology, has consistently insisted that this country needs innovators. This country needs scientists. And for your information, scientists in Uganda are paid highly, more than anybody else. Be it the teachers, we pay scientists more money. Without preempting the President's message, I will request your indulgence, and I deliver the President's message verbatim. On behalf of the government and the people of Uganda, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the 11th African Engineering Week and 9th African Engineering Conference. In a special way, I welcome our distinguished visitors to Uganda and wish you a peaceful stay in the Pearl of Africa. The human race has been on this earth for the last 4.5 million years. During this period, mankind has to struggle against two major forms of oppression. They are the oppressors of man to man, man by man, and the oppression of man by nature. The example of oppression of man by man include slavery, colonialism, dictatorship, racists, and apartheid, etc. An example of oppression of man by nature include famine, floods, drought, diseases, landslides, etc. are still claiming lives and causing misery to our people. The role of science and technology is to help man to tame nature. It moves man away from surviving by instinct and superstition and enable him to act on the environment as opposed to the environment acting on man. This phenomenon is also supported by the Bible in Genesis 1:28. It says that God commanded man to be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion over fish of the sea and over the fowl of air, over every living thing that moves upon the earth. Some of our people in Africa have not yet obeyed this command. Africa has lagged behind scientifically because we did not participate in the scientific revolution. We are responsible for improving the quality of life. In other parts of the world, we missed out on the first industrial revolution, which ushered in a change from the use of muscle power to machine power. We missed out on the second industrial revolution, which was an innovation of electricity, and the third revolution on the automation of machines. The human race is now in the age of the fourth industrial revolution of artificial intelligence, where machines have artificial brains. Where is Africa's contribution to all these scientific revolutions? We have already paid a painful price for our scientific backwardness in the past. Africa was and is a prey for European invaders because of our inferior technological status and the fragmented nature of our societies. It is unacceptable for Africa to maintain a weak and a vulnerable posture. It is a temptation to foreign aggressors. We must build scientific and technological strength to secure better livelihoods and safety for our people. Therefore, Ugandans and other Africans must finally get onto the bus of history, which has been bypassing them for the last 600 years. We must build a modern science-led society, and the society itself must metamorphose into a middle-class, skilled working class one, running a fully monetized economy of our four sectors of commercial agriculture, industries, science, and ICT, in addition to the public service, that is government departments. This is the mission of the NRM government. It has been the mission for the last 600 years. Africa has everything it needs to prosper. One of the third biggest problems is not the absence of natural resources, but the absence of technology. Most of Africa's problems are caused directly or indirectly by our lack of technology, which by implication means lack of industry. Europe, North America, and Japan have not always been industrialized. Industrialization in Europe is recent. Having started over 200 years ago, previously, people all over the world lived in poverty and backwardness because of lack of industries. All the big inventions that have liberated man from poverty, backwardness, and want are relatively recent. The steam engine was only invented in the 18th century, and penicillin was not discovered until the 1940s. So, these miracles of machines, chemicals, rockets, and energy are not very ancient. However, they have completely transformed people's lives and alleviated the burden of manual labor. Therefore, there is no way that Africa can emancipate themselves from backwardness without carrying out on an industrial revolution. In order to achieve Uganda's industrial revolution, the NRM government has prioritized infrastructure development in the key areas of transport and energy. This has had an effect on lowering the cost of doing business in Uganda. There are 4 major cost pushers in business: high cost of electricity, transport, money, and labor. If these 4 are high, then the business cannot grow. Business is about profits. When you make profits, the business grows. And in order to make profits, you must minimize the costs. Therefore, our deliberate move to prioritize infrastructure development was aimed at creating a strong economic base to attract investment in the 4 sectors of commercial, agriculture, industries, services, and ICT. Finally, it is now my singular honor to declare the 11th African Engineering Week and 9th African Engineering Conference open, and I wish all of you a fruitful deliberation for God and my country and for the good of all the African people. Signed by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief.
We shall remain standing for the anthems in reverse order.
Mungu twaomba uilinde Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Sote kwa makini, tujitoe na hali mali, tuijenge jumuiya bora. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike, umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. Oh Uganda, may God uphold thee, will lay our future in thy come our love our neighbor will give. And whenever so loud our country's call in peace and friendship will live. Oh, Uganda, the land that feeds us by sun and fertile soil grown. For our dear land we shall always stand, the pall of Africa's crown.
Right Honorable Speaker, our keynote speaker is Engineer Dr. Silva Mugisha. Engineer Silva Dr. Mugisha is a fellow of the International Water Association and SS Research School of the Netherlands. He has previously served as Vice President of the IWA, and he also has served on several boards. And he will give our keynote speech. And as well, Dr. Rose Christine Kagwa is here with us. She's a Senior Vice President, International Water Association, and a Senior Director, Business and Scientific Services at the National Water and Sewerage Corporation. The speaker will, in tow with her colleagues, sign the artistic board, some fine piece of art, and after you have signed, Right Honorable Speaker, we will beg your indulgence that you stay behind for a few photographs. The Speaker of the Kenyan National Assembly is signing, and after the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly. After those signatures, we will have pictures. The Speaker will have pictures with the large international delegations. The large international delegations will have pictures with the Speaker. Only, I'm told, only the delegations that are over 10 in number. So the delegations that are over 10 in number will have a picture with the Speaker. That is the motivation for the delegations to be large in size. So the delegations will have a picture with the Speaker, certainly beginning with the South African delegation that is 74 persons strong. So after the dignitaries, the South African delegation will be followed by the Ghanaian delegation, followed by the Kenyan delegation, then the Nigerian delegation, then the Zimbabwean delegation. The delegations that are under 10 in number, may God bless you. I think as well, maybe there is a special opportunity for the delegations that flew from very far, and that will include the Russian Federation, United Kingdom, China, Germany, and Australia, because they flew from so far. So the South African delegation, please. South African delegation, then the Ghanaian delegation, Kenyan delegation, Nigerian, and Zimbabwe. Those are the delegations that will have pictures with the South African delegation. Please make your way very quickly. South African delegation. And right behind them will be the Ghanaian delegation. Behind the South African delegation will be the Ghanaian delegation. And behind the Ghanaian delegation, I think, is South Africa done? Is South Africa done? Fantastic. South Africa. The South Africans will have a picture because we beat them in a soccer match, so we'll give them a picture. We will be fine. The Ghanaian delegation comes next. The Kenyan delegation, the Ghanaian delegation, Ghana. Ghana comes in next. Ghana next. Ghana next. Ghana is next. Ghana very quickly, Ghana. Nigeria, like the Naira. Okay, fantastic. Kenya is done. Let's have the Nigerians next. With their Naira. The Nigerians are coming in next. Nigeria. After Nigeria, it will be Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is the last group above 10. Then after Zimbabwe, it will be those who have traveled far. Nigeria, then Zimbabwe. From Zimbabwe, we will have the United States, Russian Federation, Italy, Germany, China, Australia, and UAE. Those who have traveled very far. Zimbabwe next. Zimbabwe next. Zimbabwe. If you still remember you are from Zimbabwe, that is. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe. From Zimbabwe, it will be the consortium, and that consortium will include United States, Russian Federation, United Kingdom, the UAE, Australia, and China. Those who have traveled the farthest. Those who have traveled the farthest. Those who have traveled farthest. Those who have traveled farthest. I'm told the Zambians are 10. I'm told the Zambians are 10. Zambia, do that very quickly. Zambia. Zambia, come in very quickly. Come in very quickly, Zambia. Right Honorable Speaker, we also do have two honorable ministers from Rwanda and the DRC. I would beg that they also have a picture with you. The ministers from Rwanda and DRC. And finally, the picture of the armed forces. The ministers from Rwanda and DRC. after the Zambians. I think the Zambians are finished. Have the Zambians finished? Okay. The ministers from Rwanda and DRC join the picture. And after that, my brothers and sisters from the armed forces, the UPDF Engineering Brigade, please come and prepare to have your picture. The ministers from Rwanda and DRC, I hope they're done. The armed forces, please. The armed forces, when you're done, it will be the armed forces. And finally, the people who have put in the money, the sponsors. The sponsors will be next. After the sponsors, let's see if we can have a picture of the Ugandan delegation. 780 of them. The sponsors, finally the sponsors, the money people, the sponsors, please. The sponsors. My minister wants the picture of the Ugandan delegation. I don't know whether there is space for 700 people. Sorry? After the sponsors, engineer, you are organizing committee. Engineer, you are organizing committee. I am sure that's how I will get paid. The organizing committee will be the last. The organizing committee will be the last. The organizing committee will be the last. And then I'll hand back over to the session chair. The organizing committee will be the last. And then I hand back over to the session chair. As the speaker leaves, let's have a tea break of 5 minutes, then we come back. Tea break 5 minutes, then we come back.
Honorable Minister,
I am Mike Chambade. I work with Emerson in the Department of Innovations and Marketing. I am Mike Chambade. I work with Emerson in the Department of Innovations and Marketing. I serve as a technical services engineer. I'm super excited to speak to you, the engineers in the country. Emerson has brought to you a couple of products, and we are popularly known for cement production. We have different plants in the east, in the west, and in central. We have our number one blending station where we produce cement over 1 million tons.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules plant extract